Okay, I want to call this video, What Has Brian Got to Do with Tennis? So what do you have to do with tennis?
Well, I was never a good tennis player, but I do remember when I was a pretty fair athlete. What would happen to me at school is I'd go into practically every event. Probably not, I could never win a sprint except at school itself, but outside of school, I don't think I ever won a significant sprint, but I'd always win the long jump. I was only beaten once in the long jump by a guy called Bob Landers, who turned out to be on the left wing for Eastern Suburbs in Sydney, great big guy. He beat me. But I'd get first in the long jump, usually a second in the high jump, a second or a third in the 100 yards and the 220, and I was pretty fair in the long distance as well. But anyway, my eldest brother says to me, the Labor Day picnic is on Monday, and I'm 17, and he said, I want you to run in my place in the race. He said there's a prize. So I said, sure I will. And I was up for anything. But I get down there.
Sorry, Dad, to interrupt. You said your older brother. You didn't name him, I don't think. It's Lenny.
Lenny, very, very good brother. And I would do anything for him, he would do anything for me. So here I was on Bolton Park, which is a fairly famous Australian rules ground now. And they were all lined up there, and there's all different sort of guys there. But I'm there. I've got the spikes, and I've got the blocks, and I've got basketball pants on, which were satin, and some sort of singlet. I can't forget what that was. And there was a guy. Anyway, we get to this race, and I thought I'd just cruise it in, with the likes of the guys that were in this race. And anyway, I got to about the 80 yard mark, and this guy streaked past me. And here he was with an old pair of khaki shorts, barefoot. I don't know, I think he just had an old torn t-shirt. And he just streeted me. Anyway, he gets up there. It turns out it's Tony Roach. Tony Roach had come in from Tarcutta, and he'd only just struck the big time with John Newcomb as tennis partners in Wimbledon. but I tell you what, he could certainly run. And he just looked so strange when he did this run. He didn't look as though he could run at all, but he could run. And anyway, I bumped into him at a dance on the night, the Friday night after that. The picnic was on the Monday, and the Friday night after they had a dance there. And here he is with John Newcomb. And John Newcomb did not have his moustache at the time. And that was just lovely to chat with the guys, but of course they were more interested in chicks than they were with me. And it was just amazing how many girls they'd attracted, because they had only just become famous. And I really did not know Tony Roach at the time of this race, but I certainly knew him after. My God, that guy could run. Anyway, I don't know if you call that a comeuppance or anything. I didn't feel anything about it. I just marvelled at this guy who could run and not look like a runner. Over and out.
Over and out.